I want to talk today about a new program, relatively new program by Amazon called the Neutral Patent Evaluation Program. This really has the prospect for changing everything with respect to small inventors, small businesses, and medium-sized businesses. Hi, my name is Carr Ferrell. I'm a patent attorney. Thanks so much for coming back to my channel. Amazon really has market power with respect to e-commerce. They have hundreds of billions of dollars in annual sales on their marketplace. They have more than 150 million discrete users visit and purchase from them, and some 2 million vendors selling on their Amazon marketplace online. And one of the things that Amazon is trying to do with this market power is to improve the intellectual property situation for small inventors, small businesses, and medium-sized businesses. The way they're doing that is trying to help small companies enforce their intellectual property rights. So what is the problem that Amazon's trying to solve? Well, the problem is that the patent system, many would say, is broken. It's very difficult for an inventor or a small company to actually enforce the patents that they own. With the cost of litigation so high, it's really difficult for inventors to get compensated for their inventions. And when they're unable to enforce their patents, then their inventions get copied and the entire patent system is undermined. Amazon is trying to fix this with the Neutral Patent Evaluation Program. So what is the Amazon Neutral Patent Evaluation Program? Well, the program is an opportunity for inventors to lodge complaints with Amazon when their intellectual property is being used by sellers on the Amazon marketplace. It's a highly expedited process. It takes 2 to 3 months to complete, and each party pays $4,000, and the winning party actually gets their money back when the process is over. If the patent owner wins, the seller is required to remove their products from the Amazon marketplace. If the seller wins, they can continue selling their products. And patent attorneys in the industry have praised the program for being a cost-effective way of resolving patent disputes in the marketplace. And so how do we raise a claim with Amazon and get started in the NPE program? Well, the process gets started by filling out an infringement report form on the Amazon website. And I've linked to a copy of the form below. As you enter the form, you put in your name, your address, your email address, your contact information, and you choose what type of intellectual property issue you're having. And so there's a drop-down menu, choose patent concern. Once you specify that you have a patent concern, then you have an opportunity to list the products that you believe are being infringed. And you list these by ASINs as they're called. These are the Amazon Standard Identification Numbers. You can list up to 50 ASINs in each report. And it can be among a number of different vendors. So this is a great opportunity to clean up the marketplace with a single infringement report. After listing your ASINs, press submit. Now you have to understand that this is an invitation-only process. There's no guarantee that you'll get in. But if you have the right kind of patent dispute, that is, you have a US patent that's currently valid and a relatively understandable dispute, it's likely that you'll hear back from Amazon in 2 weeks or so, inviting you to join the program. Now, what if you're a seller and one of your ASINs is accused of infringing a patent? You'll be invited to participate in the Neutral Patent Evaluation Program, and you'll have 3 weeks in which to respond to the invitation. Now, if you choose to respond, you'll pay $4,000 and you'll be part of the process. The dispute will go to a neutral patent evaluator. If you choose not to respond, then essentially you will forfeit and your products will be taken off of the Amazon marketplace. As I mentioned, the total process takes between 2 and 3 months. There's tight timelines for responding back and forth. If you miss one of these deadlines to respond, then you risk forfeiture and you risk losing your $4,000. So I have some tips for patent owners. The first tip I have is prepare ahead of time. Before you fill out the form, do a little bit of homework. I suggest maybe buying a copy of the infringing product and take some pictures of it. Take a look at it. And you get to choose one patent claim in your patent that you're going to assert. So Identify each of the elements within your patent claim and match it to an infringing element in the product. This is really important. You want to do your homework ahead of time because the process is going to go really quickly, and you want to have all of your ducks in a row, so to speak, before you get started. Now, let me suggest something here, and this really is true both for sellers and for patent owners. I think it's important to hire a patent attorney to help you if you can. My videos are not advertorials. This isn't an advertisement for patent attorneys, but this is one case where I think a patent attorney can really help you. Patents are complicated and confusing, and the words in the patent claims are very, very specific, and they each have an important meaning. You're going to get one chance to assert this patent claim against these sellers, and you want to make sure you give it your best shot. Also, this is litigation, so as you go and interview your patent attorney and hire a patent attorney, make sure your patent attorney has some litigation experience, because I think that'll be really helpful in helping you succeed in prosecuting this complaint with Amazon. Now, one of the great things about this particular report that you're filling out is you can include up to 50 ASINs, 50 different products, including multiple different sellers. It's really an opportunity to clear the field. So I encourage you to include as many ASINs as you can, and I think it'll make the process a lot easier for you. Now, make sure each one of the ASINs is actually infringing. You don't want to include ASINs that are non-infringing. But this is a great opportunity to get a lot of bang for your $4,000. Probably sellers who are going to be copying your products and throwing them up on the Amazon marketplace. These aren't going to be people who are going to want to voluntarily jump into a legal fray. They may just decide life's too short, they're going to remove their ASINs voluntarily and just move on. So use this opportunity to police the marketplace with respect to your patent. And as I've said before, you only get to assert one claim, so choose your broadest claim. You want to get the broadest possible coverage. And prior art is not a defense in this Amazon neutral patent evaluation, so you might as well use the broadest claim you have to be able to assert the broadest possible coverage. Now, how about tips for sellers? Again, it's probably a good idea to think about hiring a patent attorney if you can afford it. This is so much cheaper than patent litigation. If your product sales can support paying a patent attorney to help you with this defense. Now, if you're a reseller, contact the manufacturer for help. This isn't just your problem, it's their problem also. This is their infringement. Ask them to help you. They should be paying for your patent attorney in defense of this allegation of infringement. A second piece of advice is team up with other defendants if you can. If there are multiple companies being accused of patent infringement on this same patent, see if you can get together, form a bit of a team, work together, share costs, see if you can exchange information and exchange arguments. So what are some of the pros and cons about the neutral patent evaluation program? Well, one of the key benefits is that it's really fast. It's over in 2 to 3 months. So as a patent owner, you get very quick resolution, especially if you're selling a competing product that's covered by your patent. You'll be able to clear the market space relatively quickly. The second thing is it's relatively cheap. It's, as patent litigation goes or patent dispute resolution goes, it's relatively inexpensive, even if you have to pay for a patent attorney to help you work your way through the process. Another thing is that as a seller, you can efficiently go after multiple ASINs with the same complaint, with the same report. And I think for now, the consensus has been that the resolution of these disputes has been relatively fair and they've been skillful and professionally performed. So one of the big negatives of this NPE program is that there's no money damages available to the inventor. Only injunction. The only thing that you can get out of this dispute resolution is having the seller remove their products from the Amazon marketplace. Now, this isn't nothing. It may be enough. In fact, you may be able to use this win to negotiate a settlement, a license royalty, something with the seller so that they can continue to sell. So understand that within the program, however, there's injunction only. There's no money damages. I think another problem with the program is that because of the time constraints of finishing this start to finish in 2 to 3 months. The defendant, the seller, is really disadvantaged. They're having to respond and react very quickly. And so I think it's much more difficult being a seller in this program than it is to be an inventor. As an inventor, you know the patent intimately already. You already have a patent attorney who's helped you on the patent, very likely. You know the kinds of products that the patent covers. As the seller, you may be coming into this cold. The first you've heard of this may be getting the letter from Amazon. So I think you're at a bit of a disadvantage, and you really need to spin up quickly. Another disadvantage of the program is that although it seems to work pretty well with less complex products, it's not really set up for complexity, for products that contain complicated patents. So this may in fact be somewhat limited to bird cages and fajita machines. That is, inventions that are less complex, that don't have electronic circuits in them, that don't contain software. Inventions where we can understand more easily what the patents are saying and what the products are doing. And then finally, I have a personal concern, and that is the lack of transparency with respect to the adjudicators, the evaluators. We don't know very much about who these are. Amazon is quiet about who they're hiring and who they're using. And I don't know whether there are NDAs in place, non-disclosure agreements in place with the evaluators, preventing us from learning more about them. I want to make sure that we're able to hire the best, and I'm just concerned that $4,000 might not be enough to hire the best and the brightest to help us decide some of these. So that's really all I have to say today about the Amazon Patent Neutral Evaluation Program. I think it's a terrific program, and I think it holds a lot of promise for inventors and small business, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the future with it. Anyway, if you have comments or thoughts about it, leave them in the comment section below. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.